This is absolutely heartbreaking. So a Republican lawmaker from South Carolina, he's in the South Carolinian legislature, voted for a bill that was strict on abortion rights. Okay. And he now came out recently and gave a speech talking about how he regrets that and how he lives with the consequences of what he voted for based on an anecdote that he shares with us.
A 19-year-old girl appeared at the ER. She was 15 weeks pregnant. Her water broke. And the fetus was unviable. The standard of care was to advise her that they extract or she could go home. The attorneys told the doctors that because of the fetal heartbeat bill, because that 15-week-old had a heartbeat, the doctors could not extract. There's a 50% chance, greater than 50% chance that she's going to lose her uterus. There's a 10% chance that she will develop sepsis and herself die. That weighs on me. I voted for that bill. These are affecting people, and we're having a meeting about this. It took that whole week. I did not sleep. I followed up with the doctor a week later. She had heard nothing, did not know about the 19-year-old. Thank God I followed up 2 weeks later. She did return to the ER. They did extract the now non-beating fetus. What we do matters.
That committee.
So, oh my gosh, just heartbreaking. And this is the repercussions. These are the repercussions of the types of laws that are being enacted by Republican governments across our country. And this is why being pro-choice is so important. Standing for women's right to choose is so important. And I think some people didn't even really conceive of what we were going to have to live through until they started seeing it, as this guy is explaining. To him, he felt, oh, I'm pro-life, whatever, I'll vote for this thing, not knowing the aftermath of that. And as we talk about on this show a good bit, when you have a situation where there is a being, right? Okay, a woman, and inside her uterus, another being is being produced, right? We all agree that if everything goes correctly and you're developing in the uterus, eventually it could turn into a life worthy of individual rights. But when it's connected biologically and the woman is using their life force, their biological mechanisms to produce that being, and they're biologically connected, then the one doing the production, for lack of a better term, gets to make the decision of if they continue using their body to produce that being. And so whenever you take that right away and you say, no, now we get to choose what happens, and if you continue using your biological being to produce another being, and you have to keep going through that process based on our decision making, then you get in so many situations where women's lives are threatened, and horrible things happen, as we've seen. And so it's so important that we take a stand on this, that we push our politicians to advocate for the correct position. And good for this guy, even though he made a horrible decision initially, that he's at least speaking out now.